I'm just wondering why, like there's a house across the street and they had the lights on, the house right here, just directly across the street. You know, why did she choose
Well, hold
that
on.
house?
If she is having some sort of trigger,
Distress,
or
yes.
she probably is not thinking well. I'm not going to try to
Uh,
condemn her for those
I,
decisions that she
yeah,
has because she's in fight or flight. But I understand what you're saying.
I know, but it's
What I condemn her for is the screaming and the running with the children, or outrunning her child.
she outran. I was like, "Mommy,
What do you have to say? There's no time to waste. What do you have to say? Together we lift our voices and let them
all right,
win. It is it's time to get going.
it's
So
time to get going."
we was talking
We
before,
was
and
getting, oh man,
sounds like you a little bit fired up about some stuff, but
I'm
that's
fired
okay.
up about some stuff. I really am, and I'm trying to just really keep everything I said, make my responses measured because I really want to work towards solutions. Then and just not try to vent for a minute. So you can give me that, but
Okay.
just really
Well,
want to try to work towards. But how are you feeling today?
well, hold on. Let me ask you first. You do not ever give me a chance. Ever give me a chance.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How are you doing?
Oh man, thanks for asking. I am feeling refreshed. Just feeling really empowered today. Just
Hold on. You're refreshed and empowered and then hot. Come on. Come on now.
we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Okay.
Yes, all of it.
Okay.
I think that we are just not. There are different. All of that makes us who we are. Yes, we can. And it depends on. I feel empowered because I am doing what I'm called to do, and I feel really rested because we have had weather days out of school, so I'm just refreshed and been cooking some really great food. And I'm not going to tell you all the soup that I cooked this week, but it was just phenomenal and
Do
delicious.
you
But
freeze it?
I
Do you
do,
freeze it?
I
Okay.
do, I do, and I believe I'm gonna make one more soup tomorrow, just so I'll have. But man, all is well
Okay.
now.
Okay.
How so? How are you doing today? Let's go.
I'm a little bit tired. The past couple of days of there's
Okay.
just been a lot going on, and
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
interfacing with these folks and ripping and running, and I have recently moved, so there's
Right.
just
Right.
still a
Right.
lot to do just to get settled. But I mean, I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
complaining about it,
Right.
but
Right.
I'm
Right.
just a
Right.
little bit tired. But other than
Okay.
that, I'm okay.
Just okay. That's good. How is Geo doing?
My doggy, he's doing good. He's getting really fluffy, because the last haircut he got was right after we moved in
Okay.
at the end of October. So he's got an appointment next Friday to get his new haircut. So,
Oh
but
man, well, it's cold, so I don't want. Please don't. Hopefully, you got a sweater or something for
oh
him.
yeah, I got him wrapped up.
Okay, thank you so much. That look, take care of him, or hey, Uncle Phil, come and see about my nephew, and that's it, man.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well, he's doing good. So
that's good.
we've been talking about
Yeah.
what topics we want to talk about, things, and
Mm,
it just so happened over this past week, we
yeah.
both had been seeing some things, and I'm sure a lot of people have been seeing a
Well, I've
couple of
seen
things,
some.
particular in social media. But the one that
Yeah.
we sort of want to talk about, and I'm sure it's going to lead to other stuff, is
Right. Right.
that whole thing about the lady who done run up on somebody's porch. And I'm sorry, here's the part of it. I mean, I'm angry about it because
I,
we're going to talk about it.
yes,
But
yes, yes.
every time that I hear, hold on. Philip, hopefully we'll watch the little bit of video.
Okay.
But
Okay.
when she ran off the porch and the stroller fell, and then she was screaming, help.
Yes. She was screaming help. Like, I mean, she just left the church, but with us, man, she left the other baby running. She didn't grab the baby's hand. She didn't grab the baby's hand or nothing. She just said, come on, let's go. And I was like, how did the baby know to come? You know, she didn't grab, yeah. And then the scroller that was a theatrical moment. Seeing the scroller just go,
she ran, she left the baby. She took the one baby and left the other one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. You know, I mean, I'm glad that I am able to kind of laugh, you know, and bring some levity to it. But that was serious. That was a really serious moment. And the gravity of
sorry.
Just the gravity of it and the implications of that just really you know, I was disgusted, I was angered, I was outraged, felt like, really? And just thankfully that this was caught on camera, because it would have been her word, because she already kind of just embellished and made up her own version of how things went. And I'm just glad that everyone is alive.
Well, let's look at the video a little bit so we can give some context of what we're talking about.
Yes.
And then we'll go back into it.
It's crazy.
I can laugh now.
She left the baby. I just was like, she didn't even grab the baby's hand. She she just ran. Okay.
So here's the context. So where this picks up is this woman had been out walking at night with two of her children. Mm-hmm. She felt or thought that she is being followed. I can respect that. Mm-hmm. Because she thought she was being followed, she thought she would trick them out, which makes sense. Let me go up here. Let me pretend this is my house. It just happened to be the man's house.
He pulls into his own driveway.
And he's asking her, can I help you?
Right.
And then she was like, is this your, no, is this your house? And he goes, yeah. And she says, I don't think it is. And then we go from there.
Twice. Right.
Okay.
Said it twice.
She said it twice. So let's.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up here really quick.
Oh, man.
Too much, right? Too much.
It really is. It is. I'm just reliving it.
Can you see it?
And I didn't even notice that it was a little girl. Yes.
Can you see that? Okay.
Yes.
What's going on? Do you live here? Yeah. You do? Papa. I don't believe that. What? I don't believe that.
Oh gosh. Just.
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
She didn't grab the baby or nothing. Nothing.
Okay. She's gone.
Oh gosh. Oh man. And she's yelling. And
did someone come here?
Hold on, let me stop it. So let's talk about what we just saw.
Yes. Yeah.
Up to there. We got more to talk about.
Yeah. I just and really I understand that a woman, you know, at night with her two children may feel some kind of way, or not some kind of way, but maybe feel threatened or unsafe. If you see those kind of things and how it played out. I wasn't there, but I'm just going to assume that she was, legitimately concerned
Yep.
about her safety and her children.
Yep.
I get that.
I believe it.
I really do. And um the man pulling into his, and I wanted to use his name, but I can't think of what his name is instead of calling him the man, but the real estate developer that is pulling into his own home, into his own driveway, and asking, politely, not in a threatening, he wasn't manner, that, may I help you? Are you looking for someone? And she said no. And that at that moment, when she asked, "Do you live here?" and she dismissed it as, I don't believe you," because for some reason she thought that he was after her, for whatever reason. And it just, though, and then run off screaming, as to weaponize those screams. And just, I'm just so thankful that any one of her neighbors could have heard that, or anyone in that, and really been hear it as a call to action,
Mhm.
because it triggered, or just reminded me of the many stories in our history about those accusations and those screams, from people, that
I put
uh,
in the chat
kind
his
of,
name. His name is DeMichael Jenkins.
okay, Jenkins, yeah.
DeMichael.
um
When I saw that, the first thing that I saw immediately, it just takes you back to all those other instances of when when unfortunately, where some individuals, usually women in the past, have had these what they call strategic tears that are used and that can sort of change situations. We
mhm.
saw that not too long ago, I think during COVID, where the woman was in Central Park
Oh,
and was
with the
lying
birds,
on the man
yes.
with the dog.
Lying, yes,
With
yes.
she had the
Hmm.
dog and he was bird watching and she was lying on
Right,
him. And
right.
and all the stuff that started all the Karen stuff, but all of that started way back when.
It did. It did.
Hmm.
I specifically, we bring up Emmett Till at these times,
Yep.
because it is just a case in, I mean, it's just documented that that was not the case, of what he had done in during that time, but she weaponized her strategic tears and the story, whatever story that she narrative that she told. And it we all know how that ended. And it has been continuously done in our history. And that's what causes that frustration and that anger, and that it is continuing. And
And I would say
it
if the people that are watching this, if you don't know about Emmett Till, you
until
should Google
right.
it right now and
Right,
go
right,
read
right,
about it.
right.
Yeah.
And there was another instance, and I that is brought to top of mind, that about the Tulsa Massacre, and the burning of, and the massacre burning of Black Wall Street in Tulsa. And the precipitating event was a black man somehow stepped on a white woman's toe, or
Oh
shoot
my
something in
lord.
the elevator. And that, we know how that ended, with the burning of all of black wealth in that area at that time, that was established. And
Well,
it's that strategic, um
the strategic tears.
cheers, yeah.
The one thing I watched, and I don't know if you got to see this. I didn't share this with you, but DeMichael and his wife did a interview with Shannon Sharpe. Um,
I have not watched that, no, no.
and it gave you a little bit more information about him. This individual's grandfather was a real estate developer, and this particular individual, the reason why, and I really appreciated hearing from him specifically because he's has had a past life where he had been in trouble and things, he wasn't doing the right things. And he's changed his life. And he said, I forget the exact question, but there was a period of point where she started screaming oh, no, it was when she asked him, do you live here? And he said, yes, I do. And she says, I don't. No, you don't. Shannon asked, how do you feel? And he goes, it was in that point where I had to hold back my fire because you're on my porch. You thought that something was happening. And I had just been slowing down because my house is decorated for Christmas and I was admiring the work. And you, whatever's going on in your life, whatever's happening with you, interpreted all of that. And maybe it's rightfully so that something was happening to you. And when I tell you it was my house, you said, no, it's not. He said, I had to hold back my fire. Right. So I didn't connect to the DeMichael of the past.
Mm. Oh, yes.
And start acting crazy. Yes, because he also knows if I acted crazy with you.
Then, right. And then it would be substantiated that it escalates. And, I'm glad that he was calm and he was not triggered to go there, even though, I would like to have seen after the couple had came, when she went and brought her husband there. And,
well, let's pick up on that part.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah, because in the DeMichael interview, he also said, I knew. I went right inside. He said he was actually scared, not scared of her, but scared of the situation. So he went outside. The wife had seen someone on their camera. But she didn't understand who they were in her driveway. And then the husband pulls up. So let's look at this a little bit more. As I try to pull this up. Sorry about this.
It's okay.
Trying to figure all this out.
This is really interesting. I'm glad I was like, yeah, we need some way to just have a civil conversation about this because it's continuing to happen.
Somebody chased her up here, and she had kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in a silver truck.
In a gray truck, and he came around the corner, and I was in the street, and so I come up, and I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Nope." And then he sat here, and I was like, I need to get in.
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and he said there's a lady screaming, and I'm like, that's...
She got all worried.
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you, though?
I just seen her in the driveway, and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out
and home. I saw someone walking in our driveway, too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm sorry.
All right, sorry.
What? She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
No, you came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids.
Those were
And so I was like, oh, it scared me. And so I just went up here. And I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? And I was like...
Hold on, she's trying to blame him. You didn't say, this is my home.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
Right. But thankfully, it was on camera.
It's like I'm pulling in my house. Like this neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio. You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on, baby, go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I lived here.
I'm gonna stop the video right there.
There's so much to unpack. Okay, yes. There's just so much to unpack.
That's the one part at the very end. She apologized and then she goes, "Well, I really hope that you're not upset with me." The rest of it because I blah 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 blah. Come on now.
I just have to go back and just say that when the husband came, I'm sure that she told him that she was being chased, because that's what he said. He said that someone had chased her, and
Right.
that he will just in would defend her. That's his wife. I'm
Yep.
sure he came to, what if he was strapped? You know, what
Absolutely.
if the husband came out the house strapped?
Ready to go.
You,
Ready to
you,
go.
you know, like to protect his family without knowing the whole story, by taking her word as gold, or word as truth, as actually how it went down. And it didn't go like that. And it's just really, I keep using the word frustrated, because she said, um, you have to see it from my point of view. And I was just like, I would
I
have lost
hate
it.
that.
I would have, like, you can only see it through my eyes. And that's the only way that you can see it, because my eyes are the default. Whatever
Well,
that you got, it just, yeah,
this is the
go ahead.
piece that I absolutely dislike. You have to see it from my
From
eyes,
my
but you
eyes.
do not have to have any perspective about me being
Right,
a black man.
right,
What has happened in history with
right,
black men being accused
right,
of things they
right, right,
haven't done necessarily,
right,
and
right,
what
right.
happens when that accusation goes up and the strategic tears come out.
Oh man, oh man, yes.
But you have to see it through my eyes.
You have to see it through my eyes,
I
and
don't
that
have to see
just,
it through yours.
no, no, because mine is the only perspective that matters.
I have
And
blue eyes. I've got
oh,
blue
right,
eyes.
right, right, right. So that's
And they're not
the way
contacts.
they're, yeah, right. And that's the way you should see it all. And I
Yeah.
believe that it's that racial bias that comes through that. And when you're looking through the lens of racial bias, and it may not be, what is this word, intentional, but it's just, it's systems in place that have further validified and solidified that you got to see it through my eyes. And um I mean, she was teaching, I mean, and it's passed down, because she was teaching her little girl that,
To
this is
run.
to run, and to see it through these eyes, and I hope that, I would just love to hear the conversations in their home, how that's playing out. But
Oh, it's
because
playing out. There's a lot of videos, mainly her videos on um, social media, where she's trying to do apologies because all of their social medias, like from their business, is getting
I've
hit.
seen it,
But
I
the
looked at
but
it,
the
the
but the
videos, yeah.
but the one
Go
thing
ahead.
that is probably the most interesting is that in the Shannon Sharpe video, they were
Mm-hmm.
talking to uh, Mrs. Jenkins, and the neighbor, the lady, and I think Michelle Bishop and
Mm-hmm.
or her husband, not,
John
not,
is
not,
her.
neither one of them have come up to apologize. It's only been on things that they've done online, but they haven't come up and say, "Hey, listen, I a lot was going on with me. I apologize." They haven't come up, and in fact, Mrs. Jenkins reported to her HOA. HOA has said nothing.
Exactly, and I believe that that's why they took it upon themselves to show it, to put it out there, because HOA did nothing about it,
But
because
get
they
this,
knew what.
they did not just put it out to put it out there. They put that out there in their neighborhood watch video, saying things that are happening. That's where they put it out. And it went off from there. So they weren't trying to post on Instagram and
Oh,
TikTok and Facebook.
oh,
They put it in their community page,
unity to see what was. Oh man, oh
in the
man.
community, in the neighborhood.
And because nothing was happening, and I guess I wonder what kind of support they have got received from the other neighbors. And I'm gonna
They
watch that.
well, I want to put this. They didn't do it because nothing was happening. They
Right.
put that out there right after it happened, just to
Mm-hmm.
update the community what's
Mm-hmm.
going on in the community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Without any uh ill will or malicious intent or anything, just to put it out there, and it
Absolutely.
just but how many people connected with this story, because it has happened too many times, and men of color have lost their lives over what someone has said. And I mean, it's just, it is, and it struck me that her dismissiveness, and I'll go back to her try to explain it. You know, that you have to see it from from my point of view. It's that she will never get it. And I wrote down, that she will never understand the experiences of a person of color. Never.
Well,
If and
hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's a possibility. And if she
Okay.
never does, because she
Okay.
does not want to, because
Okay.
you can maybe never know all the intricacies of someone's experience, but you sure
Yeah.
in the hell can try to understand. I
Yes.
don't know that
Well,
she will try.
okay, so she'll be empathetic, moving forward. Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. No, and I just can't buy it, because, and I watched her Instagram, shedding tears and
All
all
them
of that.
tears.
I mean, it was strategic tears, and trying to conflate that she had some prior experiences with something when she was a little girl. And so I was like, no, we no. And it's just a hard no, moving forward with,
You
and
know what she needs to
it's,
teach her little daughter
I'll,
is, you know what, maybe, when you have children or as you get a little bit older,
mhm.
maybe you shouldn't be out in your neighborhood walking with your young children.
With
Maybe
your
I should.
young children. But I don't understand, if why
Where's
did
the
she run
husband?
to that house, and but she said that she ran to another house when she ran around when she ran around she ran to somebody else's house. Why didn't she go there first? If she knew she had some allies in the neighborhood, why didn't she run to someone? And then it just speaks to that. I know my neighbors. I know one, two, three, four, five, six, seven houses,
Yeah,
8 houses. I've lived here for 10 years.
and you
So
know him.
I, and they know, I mean, when I had Jack and Sunshine, they would be all down the street, because we know, there's like, Jack, get home. They would be sending my dog back, and Sunshine, get to
Yeah,
your house.
get your
But
house.
knowing your neighbors, I mean,
Well,
and
here's on that one. What they said
yeah,
in that interview with Shannon Sharpe was, um, they said we know our neighbors.
mm-hmm.
We He said no one knows them. They don't socialize, but
Oh, oh,
we know all the
oh,
people, but
uh,
nobody knows them.
right.
Do
Oh,
you hear what I'm saying?
okay. Yes, yes. That makes sense. That
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. But
Mm-hmm.
it's because I'm just wondering why. Like, there's a house across the street that had the lights on. The house right here, just directly across the street. You know, Why did she choose
Well, hold
that
on. If
house?
she is having some sort of trigger,
Distress.
or
Yes.
she probably is not thinking well. I'm not going to try to
Mhm.
condemn her for those
I,
decisions that she
yeah.
has because she's in fight or flight. But I understand what you're saying.
I know, but it's
What I condemn her for is the screaming and the running with the children, or outrunning her child.
she outran. I was like, "Mommy." I'm sure she was like, "Mommy, what's going on?" I mean, she was out around that fence, and
That
I
just makes me
just,
laugh. It makes me laugh because, not because I know that she was not in danger, but I just listened to I was listening to the intonation of the
them
scream.
blood curdling
Yeah.
screams
Yeah.
that, this is live. Like he was right there.
Chasing her.
I mean, just, yeah. And that was the
chasing her
end.
with the big machete.
But right, I just had vision of the man from Halloween, or Jason or whoever that was chasing her, and it wasn't, and just the
She left your child.
she
I know.
I'm praying that, I'm thankful that it was on camera. I'm thankful because but you know what, man? In this age, we have seen a lot of things on camera and they have been dismissed. But this one,
not dismissed.
Yeah.
There's a couple other things that I'm thinking of that I want to share
go
with
ahead.
you. Maybe we can that maybe we can look at later. But one is, now these aren't strategic tiers here, but lady in the bakery who says she sells vegan donuts, and her stupid ass was going to Dunkin' Donuts, buying their donuts, and she right. So people come to her bakery to put things into like their coffee shops and stuff, and so this person was having a gig or something, and they needed vegan donuts, and so they got them vegan donuts to their place, and they were looking at them and they were like, "What are these sprinkles?" And then the man and his wife were looking like, "Huh, those look like Dunkin' Donut sprinkles." And so they put them to the side.
You're trying to shut me up, man.
So they put them on a different tray, and they were like, "We're not going to give anybody these." So they researched, and they're like, "Those are Dunkin' Donut sprinkles. These aren't vegan."
How can you tell what Dunkin' Donut sprinkles aren't sprinkles?
No, because Dunkin' Donut sprinkles are pink and orange, and they're in the shape of D.
Okay. See,
right?
I'm done, man. I'm done.
So she tried to lie and say that no, those are these sprinkles, and she gave them an Amazon link to the sprinkles that she used, and they went to that Amazon link, and the Amazon link was like ABC sprinkles, and they're like, "We're not fools. These are not the same sprinkles." So anyway, maybe I can show you this so we can. But here's the deal. This isn't about strategic tiers. But that individual, they weren't thinking, nor did they care. They could have seriously harmed someone who had allergies to the things, like people had celiac disease and stuff like that.
Yes.
They did not care.
Not care.
Did not care.
No. Okay. So where's the humanity in that?
Where's the humanity in it?
Yeah. No.
And then the other one that I want to get a reaction from you.
Vegan donuts. I'm done. Okay.
Yes. Now this one is a little bit more closely associated to strategic tiers, but the individual who she was very young, but she witnessed an older black male ran into someone, caused a car accident, and then he took off, and then she chased him down. She called 911 to report it. 911 said, "Do not chase him down." But she chased him down because she goes, "He's not leaving." Well, when she chased him down, a fight sort of ensued, and she shot him, and he died.
Yes. Yes.
They were trying to say that he was intoxicated, but tox screen came back, and he was not intoxicated. Highly likely that he was under medical distress and was trying to get to a hospital.
But she chased him.
She chased him.
Vigilante.
And
killed him.
And so he just got shot. She just got sentenced. So
she got sentenced. Wow. Okay.
So maybe we can look at that a little bit. And it's harsh, the sentencing.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Yeah. After they told, vigilantism, taking it upon themselves to be, because they only see it from their point of view. And that you should see it from,
she would have never known that man, had she maybe asked, is he okay? But she did not. She made an assumption.
Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
And they said,
wow, that's tragic. That's tragic. Just like, I mean, if we ever, maybe we can move into Neely and the the killing of Jordan Neely on the subway. Just where Vigilante, which I call, some people are calling him a hero. I can't use that term for him. And
most of the time,
he was,
we don't know the other side of the story.
We do not know the other side, and we don't know. But wow, that's great. That was great, man. I'm glad. Thank you. I needed that. It was kind of cathartic for me today, because the seriousness of that is racial profiling, and the the strategic tears and all of that is still happening, and it is
the strategic tears, but the weight of a person. For them to say something and it be taken as truth first, not to look at the things holistically to see what was going on, or even try to figure it out, and then, just like in the old Frankenstein movie where the villagers come out with the light, here we go with the torches, chasing
with
them
the
down.
torches, and I can just see that happening. And I briefly talked about Tulsa. I can see them coming out, in mass, with just on someone's word, on damn it, if it's true, or we don't have time. But since we see it from our perspective, and ours is default, and so this is the way it is, man. Yeah.
Well, I know we're getting ready to close, but that made me think of, I just saw something recently. There are 6 university students who are being charged with felonies because I guess it is popular now on TikTok to try to catch a predator. And so basically they lied.
I heard something about that. I'm not privy to it, but I think I heard something about that.
They told the individual that they were 18, when in fact I think they were 17. And so, and I forget what their age was. It wasn't like they were crazy old, but they came, they invited them over, they brought them up, and then so they can get their little TikTok kind of stuff recorded, they lied and said that he was a predator and told the people on the floor, and they all started to chase him. Some people hit him and hurt him because of they want to get content, and it was a lie.
He is still alive, yes?
Yeah, he was alive. But one of the people, he was trying to escape to get in his car, but someone was slamming the car door on him and all that stuff because they thought that he was a predator.
And they're being charged now. Oh, of course they are, as they should. Wow, we have so much to say.
So much.
It's so much to say, and wow. I'm glad we get to say it with you.
Well, we got another show in the can.
Yeah, thank you, man.
All right, we'll see you next time.
All righty. Yes, sir.
What do you have to say?